Wing Assistant is one of the world's largest virtual talent companies, and we take vetting incredibly seriously. In this video, we're going to break down our extensive vetting processes so you understand how you're getting the top 1% of talent. It starts with our global recruitment network. We have hundreds of recruiters all over the world, partnering with the top universities, local companies, and training centers. Our network is so extensive that we bring in millions of candidates every year. Last year, we got more applicants than Google. First, we use AI to screen applicant profiles, disqualifying candidates who are unlikely to meet our high bar. Next, applicants undergo an initial assessment. In order to ensure assessments are fair, we use advanced anti-cheating and proctoring technologies that track eye and head movements, tab and window changes, as well as whether or not responses appear to be AI-generated. Our standards and practices team manually reviews recordings of any applicants that are flagged by our anti-cheating technologies. The first part of the assessment focuses on assessing comprehension and other key skills required to be a successful virtual talent. The second part is all about English. Prospective clients sometimes worry about the English and communication skills of potential assistants. However, all Wing assistants must achieve a C2 level of English proficiency, otherwise known as fluency or mastery. C2 is the highest level of English that can be assessed for. Any applicants that fail the initial assessment or do not demonstrate a C2 level of English are disqualified. After the initial assessment, candidates have their profiles reviewed by an experienced human recruiter who decides whether or not the candidate should continue based on their skills, experience, education, and initial assessment results. If candidates are allowed to continue, they will then receive a specialized assessment. Our specialized assessments are very extensive, often lasting over an hour. It tests for on-the-job skills associated with the role the applicant is applying for, as well as other adjacent skills. At this stage, we also assess values and other desirable psychological traits. We also test for things like motivations, as we want to understand why candidates are looking for a new role, making sure they'll be a great long-term fit. If applicants do not pass this assessment, they are once again disqualified. At this stage, another human recruiter reviews the candidate's application and decides whether they should continue to an initial interview. If a candidate is selected for an interview, an experienced interviewer speaks to the candidate about their education, experience, skills, and assessment scores. Our interviewers assess a number of criteria, including social, behavioral, and cultural fit, the candidate's accent and language skills, their professionalism, as well as their working environment. Our interviewers draw up scorecards and write extensive notes, disqualifying any candidates that did not meet our standards. After the initial interview, we leverage our homegrown AI recruiter to grade, score, and rank candidates for their fit to every open role at Wing Assistant, selecting multiple candidates for multiple roles. These results then get sent to our placement team, who are charged with deciding which candidates get placed with which clients. Our placement teams analyze the requirements clients submit, as well as public information about our clients, as well as the entire package of materials and assets created up until this point, as well as our AI recruiter's rationale, finally making a decision if any applicants thus far are appropriate matches for a particular client. The best candidates are interviewed one final time to decide whether or not they would be a good fit for this specific role. If no candidates are a good fit, our placement teams continue to request candidates until we find an amazing fit. Once we do, candidates undergo an extensive background check in their local jurisdiction, which usually involves us contacting local and state authorities to gauge for any criminal records, conducting court and credit searches to gauge their moral character, and leveraging other industry-standard background checking tools. Candidates then go through a reference check, where our standards and practices team will call and email prior employers to verify dates, responsibilities, and titles. If anything in this process is found to be troubling, candidates are once again disqualified. Candidates then begin training, becoming cadets before becoming Wing Assistants. Training typically consists of an intensive boot camp style training that prepares them for their role. and the specific requirements of the client, as well as other useful topics, such as deep training in the use of AI tools to be more productive. Our training team oversees training, helping cadets go from being cadets to being wing assistants. Throughout training, we are continually assessing cadets for their on-the-job performance. Potential weaknesses are flagged, and certain cadets are disqualified from continuing in the process. In some cases, as a result of our high standards, some clients may face delays in placement, though this is rare, as we prioritize such cases for rapid resolution. Once training is done and our training team signs off, wing assistants are assigned to a supervisor, and at that point, you should receive an email introducing you to your new wing assistant. For the first month of your engagement with a wing assistant, unless you have denied this benefit, our dedicated quality oversight team will be working with your assistant daily, ensuring they are on track and producing high-quality output for you, correcting them if they are making any errors in their service delivery. From here on out, your wing assistant should be a great asset to your team. We hope they help you and your business fly even higher. As you've learned in this video, you can be secure in knowing you've made the right choice in partnering with us, as Wing is incredibly selective and wing assistants are thoroughly vetted. Our approach is industry-leading, and our commitment to and investment in quality is unmatched. We are proud to serve the smallest of small businesses all the way to the largest of public corporations and governments, and now, hopefully you too. If for whatever reason you are not happy with your wing assistant, Wing will, free of charge, find you a new talent that you'll definitely love. If you have any questions at all during the sales process, please reach out to your friendly Wing account executive. We can't wait to see what you do with Wing.